Hey guys, welcome back to Gamer Bargains. Today we're going to be checking out a mining motherboard that is made by a company called Rebtech. And you guys may or may not have heard of them. But, let's get right into it, okay? So this is the Rebtech mining motherboard. Now, this company is out in Romania, so it can be a little sketchy. I actually got mine from a person out in Ohio that was in the United States, and I live out in Washington, so obviously I had to pay to ship it. But the price was pretty much the same if you would have shipped this thing all the way from Romania. I did not have a good customer service experience with this company. You guys may have a different experience, but so there's two ways to buy this. Either you use crypto or you do a wire transfer. And I tried the wire transfer, but for some reason my bank said they forgot some kind of number and it wouldn't go through. And then I emailed the company to try to do it through crypto, and they never got back to me. And that was like 3 weeks ago. So not too sure about their customer service, as maybe there's a language barrier and other things like that. But I did get one, so, let's go ahead and, kind of talk about it a little bit. So, this is, it's almost pretty much the shape of a GPU. It even has a nice little, back plate, just like a GPU would. And it has the, I/O shield, just like a GPU would. So, it's very similar to it, what a GPU looks like. Now, this is a laptop APU. This is the A6 6500, and so it's a 2-core 4-thread processor, as well as this thing only consumes 15 watts, so it has a very low TDP, which is really good, and you have more headroom on your power supply for your actual graphics card. Now over here you have your memory right here, and it comes with a 4 gig single stick right here, which you could upgrade to 8. I don't see a reason why you need to go to 8, but 4 is plenty enough. Then you have your CMOS battery. You got your fan hooked up here, and then right here, this is where I have now this does not come with this. I had to buy this separately. And I did a video on this, on how to install Hive OS, which will be up here in the corner right here. And you guys can check out that video, but it actually showed the adapter and everything I had to use to install Hive to get this to work. So this is a mini SATA, and they're like about $20, so pretty cheap. The only other way that you could get Hive OS to work on here is if you wanted to use, USB right here and do a USB, flash drive right here and do it that way. So you got your I/O, you got a couple USBs, you got your HDMI right here, and then you have your Ethernet, So you got a little bit, of an I/O on this, not much. And right here, this is your power button. So, I'm not able to actually test this yet because I only have one server power supply, which is, you can kind of see in the picture back there, is in my main mining rig right now. So this does not work if you're going to use a standard ATX power supply, and the reason for that is there's no 24-pin connector anywhere on here. So when you turn the power supply on and you want it to boot, there's nothing to tell the power supply to actually turn on. Now I'm going to order two things. I'm going to order another server power supply so I can actually turn it on. But I'm also going to see if somebody makes, I haven't checked yet. I want to see if I can get a female 24-pin to a PCIe, so that way, we could power this on. So this motherboard this is where it gets power, is only from one 6-pin PCIe cable. So you will not be able to use a regular power supply to power this. You would have to use a server power supply. But I want to see if I could find an adapter from 24 to PCIe and see if I can get it to boot that way on a standard power supply. But I will be doing a video after I get another server power supply in. Now, the nice thing about this is compared to other traditional mining motherboards is you also have, instead of using, you got the little PCIe adapter and then you plug it in, to the, to the USB cable and to the riser. You'll still have a riser and a USB cable, but you won't need that other PCIe ×1 adapter to go in the board. You actually just plug it in right here. So that's kind of nice. So it just plugs directly in here. Now, let's see here. So let's go over a few other things here that there's been some issues with. And I don't know, so one issue people have been having is they say that this does and does not work with NVIDIA. I heard that you have to disable the dual video settings in the BIOS, or you have to have a particular version of this board, and so I don't know if mine's gonna work. I'm gonna try it with my RTX 3070 once I get the power supply in, so then that way I could test it. But because that's really my only single GPU I have right now. The 6700 XT is in my gaming rig. So you may or may not be able to get this to work with NVIDIA cards. So if you're like a heavy NVIDIA mining user, this may not be your best choice. Now, if you're an AMD, see my rig down there, those are all AMD cards. So, hey, gonna work on this just fine. So let's talk about, cost. The cost, this has fluctuated in cost. So here, the day that I was actually trying to buy directly from them, it was $149, right? Plus taxes, and then it's a flat shipping rate from DHL. It was like $50 international shipping or something like that. Anyways, it came out to $240 altogether, right out the door. The next day, after I had that wire transfer issue, and I was just going, okay, I'll just redo the transaction, just use crypto. Well, the price went up from $149 to $189. And then I checked it a few days later, and it was back down to $149. Right now, it's back up to $189. So they do change their price as they are, probably as demand, goes and stuff like that. So, as far as customer support, in my opinion, garbage. I haven't heard anything from them at all from my original email. So, really sketch. If you guys really want to get one, I would try to find one here in the US. Now, there is a few people selling these on Amazon and eBay, but do not pay those prices. They want I think I found them for $4.99 or $5.99. They're just charging that much because it's, a mining motherboard. So do not pay these prices. So this cost me $250. Now, the guy I bought it from Ohio, he did say that he was supposed to get more. So if you guys are interested, I can try to reach out to him. But, you could take that with a grain of salt. He may or may not have more. He said he was going to get 5 more. So, we'll see. So, yeah, this is the Rebtech mining motherboard. If you guys have any questions, put them down in the comments down below. And, let me know how you guys like the video. If there's something you guys want me to do a video on, put it down in the comments. Other than that, I think I pretty much covered everything about this mining motherboard here. So you guys, have a good weekend, and I'll catch you next time.